guys, this is like the third time I'm doing this video because I keep like deleting the file, but I'm gonna do a little chatty video about like Titicaca. Like Titicaca. It's like one of the best words in the world. So I did Bolivia hop from La Paz. A few things about Bolivia hop and Peru hop, same company. Created by two Irish people. Guys, it's way over expensive, way overpriced. But it's good in a few ways. If you want an easy time getting around Peru and somewhat Bolivia, then you can do it. If you want to meet other foreigners, which is why I did it, I mean, there's only foreigners. If you don't speak Spanish, they have a guide on there that speaks English and Spanish. And it does pick you up at your hostel, so it's hassle-free, it's easy. I did it because I was crossing a border. It was the first border I was doing by myself. And also, they came in handy because I did get severely car sick, bus sick, that first day, and there was an English-speaking guide on the bus who I had to tell to pull over the bus so I could throw up. So in that ways, I mean, it's great, use the program, but I thought it was over expensive. It's whereas I travel all the time, so it's just cheaper, way cheaper just to take a local bus. You can still meet foreigners on local buses. Actually, I thought the local buses were a lot nicer in Peru than Peru hop buses were. They might have changed their buses by now. But that's with that. Oh, and I thought like they stopped to eat at places, and I thought the places they stopped to eat all charged extremely overpriced stuff, which you didn't have to eat there, but everyone else on the bus was eating there, and you had to like pre-order, and so you didn't know what other options you had until you have already ordered. So yeah, that's what I have to say about Peru hop. But anyways, so I crossed the border from Bolivia to Peru, which I could have done by myself. You switch buses, you exchange money, you go to like Titicaca on the Bolivian side, and they have Sun Island. I could be wrong with that name. And they do Bolivia hop as a tour to that island for an extra 10 bucks or something. I didn't look around to other tours, but I just went on that because everyone on the bus was, so like peer pressure to go on to that tour. So they do give you a guided tour, and then they leave a few hours after you get on the island. With Peru hop and Bolivia hop, the hop part is that you could hop on and off the buses whenever you want and stay longer at their stops. I did that. So I didn't really, most people don't do it, so every time I got on the bus, there was new people that knew each other the whole time, and then me who had been hopping off. But anyways, I stayed on Sun Island. It kind of was confusing because everyone stayed at the same hostel, but by the time I said I wanted a room, they were booked up. But there's plenty of other places to stay on this island. It's all local, like locals own it. So everywhere your money's going to the local economy. These people on the island are millionaires because they have a tourist attraction that people go to every day. And so went to this island, stayed overnight, met some really cool people that didn't do Peru hop or Bolivia hop. Had a nice little sunset, like wine and dinner together. They're really lovely. They helped me find a hotel, which was really not a problem because everyone, like, there's so many hotels. And it was funny because I just stopped at like one of the hotels, and I was like, oh, do you have a room? And she's like, yeah, no problem. So it'll be like $4 extra if you want a bathroom attached to your room, or $4 less if you don't want the bathroom attached to the room. And she showed me a room that had a bathroom attached, and I was like, oh, I don't need a bathroom. Like, I'll probably go to the bathroom maybe once or twice while I'm here. So she's like, okay. And then she like gave me the keys to the room, and I was like, okay. And I was like, where's the room without the bathroom? She's like, oh, you can just have this one. So I ended up getting the one with the bathroom anyways. So I don't know. She's probably just gave me that option to pay more. I don't know. And the next day I really wanted to do the hike. There's 2 hikes. It's kind of, you can go that way. It's an island, so you go that way one way and then it loops around, and you can go, so you can go on top of the mountain or on the side of the mountain. So most people do one way, and then they take, there's boats going back and forth, so they take a boat there or take a boat back. And then at the other side of the mountain, or the island, there's ruins and stuff. So I got up super early because that night at like 4 o'clock the Peru hop boat was coming back to pick up the ones that slept overnight to go back. So I was planning on going with a bunch of people, but no one was up when I left. So I just did it by myself. I don't mind hiking, but I actually prefer hiking by myself. I got a little bit lost with the maps. I was like climbing down mountains through the shrubs and stuff, but you have to pay extra to like do the hike. It's a few bucks extra. And so I'm going, and I make it to the end, and it's like not even noon yet. And so I decided to go there and back, both walking. So I did the whole loop in one day, which was fine. I really liked the fact that I did both because there were two different experiences. I was extremely tired by the end of the day. It was beautiful, beautiful island, great scenery. You guys see the like little local villages, and it was I really liked like Titicaca. So then I went and I met everyone else back at the docks, and we got on the boat and we went back. So then we went to the Peru side of Lake Titicaca, which is the floating islands. It's by Puno if you want to go there. And that was kind of just like a day trip type of thing. There's no hiking. The islands are all man-made, so they're really small, and it's kind of like the native villages there. And so that was cool. I think I was just really cold when I went, but it was really worth going. Again, I went with Peru Hop on their tour. It's like a $10 tour again. So I went with them. Then I stayed overnight in Puno, and while everyone continued on, not sure why I did that, because there's nothing else to do in Puno. And because I wasn't continuing on. Oh, so I wasn't continuing on with them because they were going to Cusco and I was going to Arequipa, and then after Arequipa I was going to go to Cusco. But the way my traveling plans weren't going. But the Peru Hop was really good with going with my changing plans, because I wasn't doing the normal plan. So I had to stay overnight in Puno, and then the bus came and picked me. Then I took a local bus to Arequipa. And then from Arequipa, I was on Bolivia Hop technically, but I took a Peru Hop bus to Cusco because I eliminated one leg from Bolivia Hop and then switched it for a Peru Hop leg. That's one thing about Peru Hop, is they're very lenient and kind of let you do whatever your plans were. So that was good. One thing is, when I was in the Bolivian side of Lake Titicaca, I kind of got told the wrong thing. I was told to meet at the hotel and that the bus would come pick you up, and I was at the hotel, I was ready to go, and I went to like buy an apple or something, and I told the people waiting, because there's other people waiting, to like make sure they didn't leave without me. But they, like, the group left, and I saw them, because I didn't go far to get an apple, and I saw them walking away. So I ran back to the reception, grabbed my bag, and by the time I came back to the street, I couldn't see them anymore. So I ran in the direction, and I'm trying to like figure out where they all went, and literally I like I figured it out. Like, I was asking everyone and they were telling me kind of the wrong place. But I finally figured it out, and I literally like got on the bus at the last possible second. And because they left without me, and like they had everyone's name on the list, but since I stayed an extra night, I wasn't on the list. So they would have left without me, and I would have had to been stuck in that town for another day. And yeah, it would have been a problem if I hadn't, I don't know, I probably shouldn't have gotten an apple, but yeah, they knew, like, I thought they knew I was on that bus because my guide told me, I told the guide everything was okay, but apparently not. So there's some confusion there. But anyways, that's my Lake Titicaca story. In all, it was a good time in Lake Titicaca.